Hi guys, it's Michelle. What? Hi guys, it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be me reacting to the stupid things you guys thought as kids. Once again, I love these videos, and you guys do as well, so let's get into it then. Little Liars Theory says, when I was a kid, I thought I was straight. Lily says, when I was little, I thought that if you went to jail for like 80 years and you died before the 80 years was up, your body just sat in the cell until the time was up. That is so fucking gross and like morbid. Ew, why'd you think that? Stephanie says, when I was a kid, I thought MILF meant mom in late 40s, and one time I went to my friend's house and her mom was turning 47 and I said, you know you're a MILF, right? And she sent me home. Wow. Wait, that's actually fucking iconic. Jake Hayden says, I used to think that the UK was like the main country in the world and everything else was just a little island that was so jealous of us, lol. I used to think that about the United States too. I was dumb. Andy says, I used to think I was the only gay person in the world until like 8th grade. Oh my god, you must have had a very confusing childhood, but it honestly sounds iconic. Kylie Brenson says, when I was little, I was convinced that you could dig to China. I deadass took my backpack, put my clothes in it, and said, bye mom, I'm going to China, and she was like, K, and I started digging in my backyard, and I was disappointed. Literally, that is so fucking true. I thought that the same thing. I tried to dig to China at the beach. Needless to say, never been to China. But your mom being like K is like honestly like the epitome of a mom. Farrah Eyes just says, when I was a kid I thought that God looked like Larry the cucumber from VeggieTales. That is without a doubt the most iconic thing I've ever read in my life. Miraculous Mina says, when I was little, two friends and I were convinced we were all mermaids when we got scared when people had water bottles. Literally same exact fucking thing. Me and two of my friends convinced ourselves that we were the H2O girls, and like, you know, you personally like knew that you weren't a mermaid. Like I was like, okay, well I'm not, but like I trusted these bitches and I was like, shit, maybe they're really mermaids. Like I don't know. Like it was like we all didn't know if each other were lying, but like we knew we were. So that was an interesting time in my life. Reese Jones says, until last week I thought The Rock and Dwayne Johnson were twins. How did so many people think that? Davy D. Jong says, when I was a kid I thought my dad was a famous soccer player. He showed some kind of trophy and told as a joke that he won the trophy, and ever since then I believed he was a famous soccer player. How stupid was I? But the comment underneath says, when I was a baby my dad left, and when I got older I thought he was the dad from Wizards of Waverly Place. I love Jerry Russo. He is iconic. If I had to pick someone other than my own dad to be my dad, it'd be Jerry. Multi-fandom says, I thought Kevin Bacon invented bacon and changed his last name to Bacon to celebrate. To celebrate. Drew says, I used to go to the airport all the time and see the workers with TSA badges, and up until I was 10 I thought they were name badges and everyone's name was Tessa. Babe says, I used to think that a hand job meant a massage for your hands, so one time I was drawing and my hand got really tired and I said, ugh, I need a hand job, and my mom just looked at me like, what the fuck? That is hilarious. Madison once said, when the first episode of iCarly premiered, I thought my TV turned into a computer and I was trying so hard to get it back into a TV before my dad came home. Because it's like a web series. True. Clever Noodle says, I thought a cul-de-sac was called a vagina. What? When I was a kid my dad ate my Trix cereal and I thought that he was gonna die because the commercial always said Trix are for kids, so I started crying and freaking out because he wasn't a kid. That is so funny. Lauren says, when I was a kid I thought my dog spoke to the rest of my family but not me, so I would cry. That is so funny. Deja says, I used to think my dad was Murray from The Wiggles, and then it's the meme. It says, me too, we sisters. And then Sweet Sock Monkey says, I thought my uncle was Murray. Maybe we are cousins. What the fuck? That's the most iconic little thread of comments I've ever seen in my life. Jim, and I don't know, fucking long ass name, says, I used to think that tangerines were a ripoff of oranges. What? It's Your Girl Nay says, when I was a kid I thought that the Beatles were singing Beatles, like you know, like the bug. And when they died, they actually accidentally got squished. That is so fucking funny. Fleur Chase says, when I was a kid, I thought that a perm was the same thing as a boner. Literally how? Deanna D says, my stupid ass thought a concentration camp was a study group until I was like 10 and I'm Jewish. That's horrible. Diana says, I used to think that if you touched your belly button too much, it would fall off and turn into a ghost. Turn into a ghost. What the fuck? Alright, that's all I'm going to be reacting to today. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments the stupid things that you thought as a kid so I can put them in my next video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram because I'm always posting really dope shit on there. Subscribe for new videos every single day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!
He takes the day, but I'm grown, and in your way, in this blue shade, my tears dry on their own. I don't understand, why do I stress the man when there's so many real things at hand? We could have